To understand Spain's collapse, we need to go back to the early 1500s. After Christopher Columbus reached the Americas, Spain discovered something far more powerful than land: treasure. By the mid-16th century, Spanish conquistadors had conquered the Aztec and Inca empires, and what they found shocked Europe. Mountains of silver, gold ornaments by the ton, entire civilizations built on precious metals. Spain established massive mining operations, especially in places like Potosí in modern-day Bolivia, one of the richest silver mines in history. Every year, heavily armed treasure fleets crossed the Atlantic, carrying silver and gold back to Spain. To Europeans at the time, Spain looked unstoppable. Gold meant power. Gold meant armies. Gold meant dominance. Spain used its wealth to become the world's first global superpower. It financed massive armies. It built one of the largest navies in history. It fought wars across Europe, from Italy to the Netherlands to England. Spain didn't just want to be rich, it wanted to rule the world. But here's the first mistake Spain made. It confused wealth with productive strength. Instead of building industries, Spain relied almost entirely on imported goods. Why manufacture when you can just buy everything with silver? Spain imported weapons from Italy, ships from the Netherlands, textiles from England, and luxury goods from France. Its economy slowly hollowed out. Farmers abandoned agriculture, craftsmen disappeared, domestic production collapsed. Spain became rich but dependent, and that dependency would prove fatal. Now let's talk about the money itself. Spain believed that gold and silver were wealth, but money only has value if it circulates within a productive economy. Spain flooded Europe with silver, so much silver, in fact, that it triggered something economists later called the price revolution. Prices across Europe exploded. Inflation surged. Bread, rent, weapons, everything became more expensive. Spain's silver lost purchasing power almost as fast as it arrived. So even though Spain had more money, that money bought less and less each year. This is a critical lesson. Printing or acquiring massive amounts of money does not create real wealth. It can actually destroy it. But Spain wasn't just dealing with inflation, it was also drowning in war. The Spanish crown fought nearly constant conflicts: wars against France, religious wars across Europe, rebellions in the Netherlands, naval battles with England, defense of far-flung colonies. Wars are expensive, and Spain financed them the worst way possible: borrowing. Spanish kings borrowed enormous sums from European bankers, especially from powerful banking families in Genoa and Germany. They used future silver shipments as collateral. Basically, Spain was spending money it hadn't mined yet. This worked until it didn't. Whenever treasure fleets were delayed, sunk by storms, or captured by pirates, Spain couldn't pay its debts. And when Spain couldn't, it defaulted. Spain officially declared bankruptcy at least 4 times between 1557 and 1666. Each bankruptcy shattered trust. Interest rates soared, credit dried up, future borrowing became even more expensive. Spain fell into a classic debt spiral. Now here's where the story gets even darker. Spain believed it was rich forever. Gold created a false sense of security. Instead of reforming taxes, Spain protected the nobility and clergy, who paid little or nothing. The tax burden fell on common people and merchants, crippling the very groups that could have built a strong economy. Meanwhile, corruption spread everywhere. Officials skimmed silver, governors abused power, smugglers stole treasure before it reached the crown. Spain had wealth, but no financial discipline and no accountability. Meanwhile, other countries were watching. The Netherlands, England, and later France learned a different lesson. They invested in manufacturing, trade, financial institutions, and innovation. They built productive economies. England didn't have Spain's gold, but it built factories. The Dutch didn't control silver mines, but they built banks and trade networks. Over time, these countries grew stronger while Spain grew weaker. This is one of the most important points in financial history. Resource wealth does not guarantee long-term power. Productivity does. By the 1600s, Spain's empire was rotting from the inside. Silver production declined, inflation remained high, debt piled up, military defeats increased. Spain lost the Dutch provinces, its navy declined, its global influence faded. And when the silver finally slowed, there was nothing left underneath. No strong industry, no resilient economy, no sustainable financial system. Spain's golden age ended in poverty. Entire regions were devastated. Once the richest empire on earth, Spain became a cautionary tale. Resolution. So let's return to the question we started with. How did Spain go bankrupt despite having all the gold? Because gold is not wealth by itself. Spain failed because it relied on money instead of productivity. It borrowed recklessly. It ignored inflation. It destroyed domestic industry. It fought endless wars without limits. It believed resources could replace economic fundamentals. Spain didn't collapse because it lacked money. It collapsed because it misunderstood what money actually is. Real wealth comes from people producing value, stable institutions, smart financial systems, and long-term thinking. And this lesson still matters today. Modern nations don't mine silver, but they print money. They borrow heavily. They assume dominance will last forever. Spain reminds us that no empire is immune to financial reality, not even the richest one in history. If you found this story eye-opening, hit the like button. It helps this channel reach more people who love financial history. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think modern superpowers are repeating Spain's mistake? And if you want more cinematic deep dives into the financial stories that shaped our world, subscribe to Financial Documentary. Because history doesn't just repeat itself, it warns us. And the smartest investors, nations, and individuals are the ones who listen.